Okay, so we're going to get ready to make some colloidal silver. As you can see, I have a laser here. And if you look, when you put the laser through regular water, this is just distilled water, you can't really see the laser. Hold on, it's reflecting off of this one. So you can see a little bit because all I've done is rinsed this water, this jug with a little colloidal silver, filled it with distilled water. This is colloidal silver from my last batch. And as you can see, that's a fine red line. You can see straight through that because those are the particles of silver that are shining through. So no silver, no line. Silver, you see the line. Nice clear line. So what I'm going to do is I've got this almost filled up. I'm going to pour just a little bit of this colloidal silver in here to give it a base, just to make the brewing process a little bit quicker. So just plain distilled water with a little bit of colloidal silver. Again, no laser line. Here, you can see that laser line. You can see I've topped this off pretty much with the bottle from colloidal silver. So here's that line, and now you should see just a little bit of a line because there is a little colloidal silver. And there's a little bit of debris in there, but this will all be filtered once I'm finished. So it all gets filtered anyway. So that little bit of debris isn't going to make that big of a difference. So here on top, I have 1 troy ounce, 0.999 fine silver. 2 of these, as you can tell, I've used these quite a bit. I have this little wooden plate that I've made. And we'll put these through here into the water and attach this to it, which is my electrodes made out of an old iMac charger. So here we have it plugged in. So that's attached here. And as you can see, these are not touching the glass. They're just suspended in the water. Let's see if I can get it good. There you go. So these are just suspended in the water. And I typically, for something like this, I'll brew about 8 hours. Halfway in between, I will take out the plates because they will oxidize. They'll get a little soot on them. Clean the soot off and put it back in there to finish up. I don't stir it or anything like that. And then once I finish, I let it set, and it will typically, because I make a strong concentrate, will turn almost a goldish color. Once I filter out all the soot and everything else through a coffee filter into bottles. And I'll show that to you. Okay, so this has been brewing. As you can see, it's nighttime now. It's almost 8:10. So this has been brewing for a good 8 hours or more. And you can see, let me go ahead and unplug it because we're done brewing. And I'll take these up. So you see they didn't oxidize too much, too bad. Take that, set that aside for now. But you can see right here, let's see if I can get a better view of that. That is like the oxidation from the silver itself. So if we look now, see how clear that red line looks? Let me turn my light out so it can be seen a little bit better. So you see how clean that red light looks? That is because this is now loaded with silver. So we will let this sit tonight, and then tomorrow I will filter and bottle it. Just want to show you about that soot that I was telling you builds up here. So if you can see right here, see if I can get this zoomed in. See that? That is what builds up and goes into the silver. This is because the silver is breaking down into the distilled water. So I'll clean these up before I put them up, and we'll clean them up real good before we do our next batch. But sometimes these will do a little bit more soot than other times. This time was relatively little.